What's going on, guys? I'm Travis, and you're watching Upgraded RC. Come on! Come on! So today we're going to go ahead and put some long-awaited 2.2 tires on this beast here. Now, it came stock in the kit with these Vanquish VXTs, which I'm sure you're all very familiar with, and as you can tell, I didn't even give them a try. They never hit the ground. There's no dirt on them or nothing. We went right to our flat irons, which are great. I got to tell you, these flat irons are awesome. The foam that it comes with is really super soft, and they work really well. The tread design is killer. I have no complaints about that whatsoever. But since day one, since we started building this kit, everything I've done to this has been based off of us putting 2.2 tires on it in the future. Now, I've got the gearing set up right. I've got the right motor for it. We went ahead and put Proline ProSpec 100mm shocks on here. I've also relocated the shocks to the next hole back. I had to cut the top of the fuel cell off and stuff to get them to go that far, but that's because we added some longer rod ends to the front and the rear. On the rear, I put 1/2-inch longer rod ends. On the front, I put 1/8-inch longer rod ends, bringing us to a total of 5/8 of an inch longer wheelbase over the stock kit. Now, I've done a couple other things to this to get ready for that as well. Like, we've already cut the fenders and everything like that. I took the rear off. We've added a little bit of weight back here in the back, and we're ready to put some 2.2 tires on, guys. So today we're going to throw them on. I'm going to show you what I'm doing for the foam because it's going to be a little bit of a custom foam. I tried ordering foam, and everything seems to be on back order right now, so I can't get them for another couple weeks. I'm tired of waiting. I want to put some softer foam in the tires I'm going to put on here. Let's see what we got. So what are we going to throw on here today? We've got, on our Gladiator, we're wearing some rock crushers here, and then the Bomber has some Hyrex on it. We've got some Pitbull Rock Beast 2s up here, some Falcon Wild Peaks. These are the Dynatrac All Pros, TSL Super Swampers. Here we go. Here is the Mickey Thompson Baja Pro X. These are awesome tires. Let's throw these on there. So here you go. Here are the stock Vanquish VXTs. Here are the flat irons that I put on it. And here are the Mickey Thompson Baja Pro X's that are going to go on it. So it's kind of going to look something like this. All right, guys. So these are the Mickey Thompson Baja Pro X tires in size 2.2 made by RC 4-wheel drive. Now, I already had these mounted up on my Gladiator for a little while, and I got to tell you, I love the tread design. I love the traction that I got. What I did not like was its ability to crawl. The foam inside here, guys, I mean, it's so hard, so stiff, it's almost ridiculous. So I had mentioned a couple minutes ago that I had ordered some foam. What I'm ordering is Crawler Innovations soft to medium dual stage foam. Now, they're on back order for who knows how long. I was told a couple of weeks. I just don't want to wait that long. So I went through my foam box here. I've got a box of foam with all the different foams I've taken out of stuff, and I found some softer foams in there. However, they're a little bit bigger than these, so we're going to have to cut them down and make them fit. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do that right now, and we're going to get them mounted up, and we're going to run out to the track and test them out, and I bet you $100 these are going to be way better with the softer foam than they are now. All right, so we got our wheel on mounted here, and we're down to just our tire and foam. So I'm going to stick my finger in here on one side and fold it in half. That way I can grab half of it and pull out that side very gently and just work my way around until we get it out. Now be careful with this, guys. You can rip your sidewall on these tires. I've done it before, especially if you're running with some Predator compound or something that's really, really soft. It is possible to rip it. You can also obviously rip your foam. You might want to save this in the future for something else, which this is so stiff I can't really imagine I'm going to use it for anything else. But this is what we're going to be putting in here, guys. This is what we're going to replace it with. Now, you can see the difference here. It's a little bit taller, which I'm not concerned too much about that, but it is definitely quite a bit wider. Now, these foams came out of my Proline Hyrex 2.2 tires, and we're going to go ahead and cut the sidewalls down to make them fit. But you guys can see what I'm talking about here as far as the softness goes. I'm pushing down exactly the same on both of these, and you can see how much softer this one is here. So let's go ahead and cut these down and get them mounted up, and I'll show you what it looks like. So I've done a lot of this tire and foam customization in the past, and the easiest way I've found to get them similar to the same size is to go ahead, put them side by side, take a marker and hold it right here on the top of this nice and flat, and then just go ahead and turn this. Just turn it around, try to keep it as flat as you can, and what's going to happen is it's going to create a perfect line for you. There you go. That's how much we're going to cut off. So once you get your line all the way around there so that you've got it the right size, you can go ahead and you can compare it if you want to. You can put it up there and roll them around and make sure you're pretty close. Then go ahead and take the best pair of scissors you got in the house, which mine aren't the best, but they work pretty good, and go ahead and just stick it right in. Just stab it right through on your line, and then go ahead and start cutting around. You want to try to cut just as close as you can, and the only part of the scissors I'm cutting with is the edge back here. I'm not cutting anything with this part, so keep that in mind as you're walking around. And if your scissors are longer, make sure that your scissors aren't digging into the other side. You want them to be free here, and just go ahead and work your way all the way around. Just take your time, try to get it as close as you can. It does not have to be perfect by any means, guys, but the closer the better. Once you get done with it, you trim off any imperfections that you did here. Try to make it all the same. There we go. That's what it's going to look like after we're done. Like I said, not 100% perfect, but that's going to work just fine for us. And this is what we took off. Not a whole bunch, about 1/4 inch. So you're just going to want to take your foam and gently fold it in half again, just like we took it out. Just do the opposite. Get it inside your tire and open it back up. And just work it around really good. Take your time and try to get it as centered and perfect as you can in here so that it's nice and unison all the way around. And then go ahead and put your wheel in and mount it up. Okay guys, we went ahead and got one of them mounted up here, and I got to tell you, it is quite a bit softer. I wanted to show you guys this side by side and so you can see the comparison here. This is our custom cut foam. This is the stock foam. Here we go. Look at the difference there. I mean, I'm pushing the same on both sides, and I'm pushing pretty hard. This one barely even goes down any at all. I can't even really get an impression out of that one. This one here is nice and soft. So there is a huge difference. On the sidewall, I can feel quite a bit of a difference too. I mean, it's not extreme, not as extreme as the compression this way, but it is definitely softer there as well. So let's go ahead and get the rest of them mounted up, and we'll see what it looks like, and we'll go crawl. So here you go, guys. I wanted to leave the 1/9 flat irons on this side so you guys could kind of get a comparison there. So there you go. And here are the 2.2 Baja Pro X's. I think some people are concerned that it's not going to look right or handle right with the bigger 2.2s. Like I said, guys, since day one, I've been preparing this truck for 2.2s. That's what I wanted to run on it, and everything has been built based upon that. So if you do your suspension and stretch it out and your gearing and whatever else you need to do, then you can run 2.2s, and I think it looks fine. 1/9 flat irons. There you go. One thing I did not mention, guys, that I forgot to tell you, these tires are directional. So when you're mounting them, make sure you have your wheel on the side that you want so that the direction is the same on this side, and then it would be exactly the opposite on the other side. So let's get the other two on here, and let's go crawl and see what it'll do. Well, that was fun. I love wheeling this thing. It is just such an amazing platform. And with these Mickey Thompson tires on here, I've got all the traction in the world. Guys, honestly, the foam, night and day, from the stock foam that was in there that was really hard to the softer foam that we put in there, made a world of difference, especially on the river rock. On some of the obstacles I had with river rock, I noticed that before, when the foam was hard, it would sit there and spin on the river rock quite a bit, and I had a really hard time getting up it. With these, I can go up it quite slow. It spins a little bit, and then it finally grabs traction and goes. Now, I'm one of these guys, when I'm doing competition crawling, I like to have the rear tires just a little bit stiffer than the front. Why do you ask that? Well, most of the competition crawling that we do, what are you doing? You're climbing up and over rocks or up and over obstacles, right? Well, when you're climbing up these rocks and obstacles, where's all your weight at? Every single bit of your weight is on this rear tire right here. So you don't want this tire to be so soft that it compresses, you lose all your side wheel and your side hilling capabilities. So you want this to be a little bit stiffer to be able to handle the weight. While the front, you want to be softer, especially on the Phoenix with the overdrive gears that it has. You want the front to be a little bit softer because it's ripping and clawing and digging and tearing the hillside up, trying to get up this obstacle. Picture a dog just grabbing his nails and trying to get up. That's what you want on the front, whereas on the rear, you want it to take all the weight. So guys, I've had a great time doing this video. I learned a lot myself. I hope you guys learned something. I hope some of these tips help you out. And as always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to comment down below. Just leave a comment, ask your question, and I will get back with you as soon as I possibly can, and I will answer your question to the best of my abilities. Well, I'm going to go out there and crawl some more. It's a beautiful day. I think I'm going to adjust my suspension a little bit more for this and try to get the most I can get out of what I got going on right now until the other foam comes in. I think you guys should do the same. Go put a set of these on, go crawl, go love it, go have a good time. Guys, I am Travis. You're watching Upgraded RC. Peace out.